July 19th, 2022. Very special day for Dead by Daylight. Not only do we have the 6.1.0 update giving us our very first radical meta shakeup for a huge variety of perks in the video game, we also got the release of Albert Wesker in the second Resident Evil chapter, Project W. And one of the other things we got that has been very, very important, and is also the highlight of this video, was the Prestige rework. For those that don't know, before this day, Dead by Daylight had a Prestige system where for sacrificing all of your items on a particular character, survivor or killer, you would be able to Prestige the character up to 3 times, unlocking the Bloodied Prestige rewards. Now, these days, the Prestige system from Prestige levels 1 to 9 allow you to not only unlock their perks for the 1st through 3rd levels, and then following up with Prestige levels 4 to 6, you would unlock the character's Prestige cosmetics, and then through Prestige levels 7 through 9, you would unlock their perks in the form of a charm that you would wear on any character you own, for survivor or killer. This is a very, unfortunately, timely video because people are having issues with the Prestige system. So for the last 2 years, people have been asking for a Prestige 100 reward, and with the original release of the Prestige rework system, being able to Prestige up to 100 times and stopping there, giving you an infinite level 50 blood web, it was originally produced to give you a better way to unlock things a little more quickly, and B, to effectively show your love and dedication to a particular character, be that survivor or killer. At one point, I had a Prestige 100 killer, the Nemesis, who I was so proud of getting him to Prestige 100 for that I even planned to do something for him on the 1st anniversary. Unfortunately, some things happened and I couldn't do that. What the fuck is up with what they've done to the Prestige, to getting a character Prestige 100? Recently, on Twitter, there have been some users who effectively would snipe their friends using blood point stacking offerings. In this case, recently, since we just had our 8th anniversary, the Cobblers. You would then be able to get an insane amount of blood points, depending upon what side you were on, for especially a 100% bonus for either role, and then you would simply spend hours upon hours farming and getting your character to Prestige 100 to have the bragging rights, to be the first Prestige 100 of a particular character in the world. The other thing that is entirely frustrating is that there's no love, or even, I can't even call it dedication to a character. You just Prestige a character and then never touch them again, effectively. To me, like, what is the fucking point of just doing that? Where is the love for the characters you Prestige for? I have friends who Prestige a particular character because they just like them a lot. I Prestige a character because it's my favorite character. And with, you know, Unknown having been released, I currently have its Prestige levels paused because I want to make sure to have it Prestige 100 on my birthday later this year. I want to make having Prestige 100 feel special again. But of course, the community, unfortunately, from what I've seen on Twitter, just completely watered it down and now is using it as a dick measuring contest. Why is that? Why can't we just say that we Prestiged a killer or a survivor because we love this character? I get it though, because, you know, sometimes you just get really bored, you have thousands of hours in the video game, and you're like, okay, I'm kind of tired of prestiging this particular character, I want to Prestige 100 another character because I play the game so much, I play with my friends online, I play killer all the time. I may as well just dump the blood points into another character because I have enough of the items and add-ons and offerings to sustain the character that I'm using to farm up a lot of blood points to then just dump into another character. I get it, that's fine. What's really frustrating me the most about this is that people are also using it to have, like, an authority on being a character. Like, sure, you know, we've had this argument all the time where, oh my god, does prestige equal skill? Like, no. It never does. It has never done. You could also make the argument of being a Prestige 100 killer being, like, having a level of skill, but, you know, I come across characters and players in the video game who have Prestige 100 killers and just run the most, like, abysmal builds and just play the most abysmal, like, one-dimensional way, and that's whatever. It's a video game. You cannot police people how they play this video game, which is fine. But the other thing that is just so immensely infuriating, among other things, is just, I have friends who regret prestiging a character because their character got reworked into abysmal dog shit. I can't play Nemesis anymore because I feel pressured to show, like, that I'm just a good player, when in reality, my character sucks, and I just can't play him anymore. You could officially say that this is the video where I say that I'm probably not going to play Nemesis or main him ever again. Whatever, but prestiging a character these days just doesn't feel worth it. It really just doesn't feel good anymore. And I'm always excited to have, you know, a goal in Dead by Daylight. To have something to do. Like, sure, every goal could be, you know, your goal could be as simple as just 4King every match. Your goal could be as simple as 4-outing every match, or just escaping solo every match. But the thing that gets you the most in all of this, honestly, is just the way people have watered it down in a way where they've turned it into a race, a contest, and that's what I hate the most about this. There is no love, there is no passion, there is no true dedication to wanting a character to be Prestige 100. And it's terrible. Why is that? And it makes me feel awful, because I have characters in this game that I really do genuinely enjoy, that make me happy to play as, or just make me feel very, you know, satisfied to be, but we've had this system out for 2 years, and we keep asking the developers to create something for, you know, a reward for, you know, Prestiges 98, 99, and 100, but we do have to remember that there are nearly 100 characters, or more than, like, 50 characters. I can't remember right now. As I'm recording this, it is almost 5 in the morning, and I'm so tired, just physically and mentally, seeing everyone just argue and argue about what could be done for the Prestige system that we currently have. And, like, just nothing else can be done. And in reality, this is gonna probably mean nothing, because I just want to get my thoughts out there. Being Prestige 100 just feels worthless. It feels empty, and it makes me just genuinely so sad about that. Because when I originally prestiged Nemesis to Prestige 100, he was the only killer I had ever really played as that ever really made me feel very happy to play as him. And, you know, some metas changed. Made for this happened. And honestly, you know, to be very honest with all of you, when Unknown's PTB came out in February earlier this year, I told myself if this character, like, sucked to play as, I was gonna just take a hard break from Dead by Daylight and just not stream it for who knows how long. But with Unknown's release, I've had a really genuine, like, reignited passion to play the game again, and even now I'm kind of feeling really, like, tired and burnt out, to the point where it just doesn't feel very awesome anymore. I really hope something is, like, given to the people who do dedicate their time to their favorite killer or their favorite survivor, just to give them some acknowledgement. I think that'd be very nice, in some form or fashion. Even maybe for some of the licensed characters, like, shit, you could just give us, like, I don't know, badges and banners for our accounts for characters who are prestige past a certain point, or any other number of things. I have no solution to just make it feel so empty. And, like, I get it, you know, high prestige means you play this, you know, character a lot, and maybe you play this character a lot because they're your favorite, or they're the character that you have the most amount of items and add-ons on. But even then, it just doesn't feel very awesome anymore, and I really do wish we could get something nice out of this. But what really frustrates me the most is how people have been treating it. It's a contest. It's no longer an appreciation of the characters you love. And all things considered, with what happened, you know, involving Alan Wake and even Lara Croft's joining of the Fog, like, people have been very hostile and terrible to the new players. Like, what is wrong with that? People, I guess, are just not allowed to enjoy the things they enjoy. But in the end, if you have a Prestige 100 character, I do want to know why you prestige that one. Even if it's a licensed character, even if it's a character you just really enjoy playing as for any reason. Some people just really like, you know, the Saw franchise and have Detective Tapp and Amanda Young Prestige 100 because that's their favorite chapter, or, you know, some people just have all of, like, the characters in a particular chapter Prestige because that's their favorite chapter, or it's their favorite license. And that's perfectly fine. But when it becomes a contest to, you know, race for being the first of something, it just feels it feels incredibly hollow. And that's what makes this really feel awful. I don't really have much else to add to this, but thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.